I want to talk about how you've actually, I've heard, understand how you came out with the name Tough Like Iron. Kind of got inspired of that name by the lyrics of a song by Lee Scratch Perry. So, do you mind explaining like what song and what kind of inspired from those lyrics? What how did it influence you to take that name?
Well, I was always into dub music and, you know, roots and reggae since I was a child. And I had that Blackboard jungle dub. And that was one of the lines on there that always like stood out to me. And I actually have this name since I was a teenager when I started my clothing line.
Hmm.
I originally named the clothing line Tough Like Iron because it's kind of like a mantra, to just be strong in the Gideon because there's so many things to try to distract you and throw you off course and drain out your energy, drain out your resources, and you have to really stay focused and really be firm in order to make it. And so I try to, remind myself that on a daily basis. So it's kind of like a mantra, you know, um, and it also was the name I started doing with the clothing design. So, and I already had the name Tough Like Iron. Everybody already called me tough everywhere I went. So I was
Hmm.
like, am I gonna now change my name to sing songs and try to act like I'm not tough like iron? I'm tough like iron. I'm
Yeah.
going. I got a lot of I got a lot of what should I say? I don't know what the word is. A lot of people have a lot of stuff to say about me being tough like iron, and they say, "You don't look tough," and stuff like that. You know, and I'd be like, because you can't always judge a book by its cover. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
just about how somebody looks. Everything people are too caught up in the surface a lot of times, and they don't
Hmm.
really know what could be underneath the surface because just based on how someone looks, you can't tell what their personality is like. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they're capable of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just always amazed me the amount of backlash that people be like, "You tough like I am," and stuff like that. Like now they want to fight me or something. But I stay firm because that's what I do. You know.
And you mentioned that you have a fashion line. So what drew you to doing fashion as well?
Just the same kind of vibes. I just always been into creativity and art and expression and that kind of vibe. I also do screen printing and I've done a lot of hands-on work um, as a younger person, especially when I was still living in New York. I did a lot of production, of a lot of design, a lot of picking of fabrics and cutting out of patterns and different stuff, So it's all just about creativity and just expressing that you can do what you want in life. You
Hmm.
can be who you want in life, and you don't have to follow the pack. You don't have to stand in line. You don't have to bow to nobody
Yeah.
if you don't want to. You know what I mean? Everybody has to do what they're comfortable with and do what's right for them. So I don't knock that. Because I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I look down on anybody because everyone has to do what's right for them. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But for me personally, I just always been into um, self-reliance and trying to find ways to use creativity and the talents that we have to offer to tell our story. Spread positive vibes. Just keep our cultural energy flowing and make sure that the youths know about their culture and
Yeah.
where they're coming from and all these things. That's what my life has been about.
Okay.
So I felt that fashion was a good way to do that because I could put out some imagery that didn't necessarily copy the European standard of beauty, or this is what a woman should look like, or this is what a man should look like. Or
Mhm.
so it's all about breaking the mold and breaking the box and just, being that alternative energy that just is like, here we are, and you can't get us out because we didn't ask you for any sponsorship. Now you know what I mean? We do
Yeah.
what we want. And this is, our culture. This is our roots. This is our vibe. This is what we love. We don't get to hear that much stories of people that are not like the mainstream narrative.
Mhm.
So I always want to try to encourage young people too, that maybe if you're somebody kind of like me who, maybe comes from either a Caribbean background or the islands or the US or wherever you come from, if you're kind of somebody like me, maybe you could see another example of just how to just, do what you want.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, but I had people always trying to tell me what to do and what I must do with my life. And you know how it is with your family and everything. And I know people mean well, but that's what I think sometimes we do the youth a disservice by not actually like listening to them and tuning into what they're actually into. And you just say, go to university, go to university, go to
Mhm.
university and get a good job and do this. And look what happened. Right now, a lot of people who have their good job, their job is gone. Their job is liquid. The job dead.
Mhm.
It's not coming back. Some people give thanks to people who can get their jobs back and get, other jobs, or, some people have had to work part-time or work from home, and there's been all kind of adjustments. But
Yeah.
it's like if you had kind of been outside of the system, building up your name and your company and your legacy, you're in a better position as far as I can see. So I think it's cool even to do work with people and work for people and stuff like that. But I think it's important to always be trying to build something for yourself or within your family or your community that you can be more hands on.
Yeah.
And, it's just important. Don't put all your eggs in one basket with this job business.
Mhm.
You know,
Are there any fashion designers that you follow or really admire?
I'm kind of into more like Afrocentric kind of fashion, so I follow a lot of uh, people make a lot of really cool African fabric clothing and stuff like that, like these cool suits and stuff that are on. I find a lot of that stuff on IG. That's good, but
Okay.
in terms of me personally, I kind of stick with the people that I know, like big ups to Mama Yashi, my longtime friend and sister in fashion and style. Mama Yashi out of Jamaica. She's got her website up, so everyone can go and check that out as well. And my other brother, who is a part of the Java Evil family in Jamaica, is called Shotyard. And when I say I gave this man a 10-minute crochet lesson and he just took off, he started making these amazing shoes that look like
Okay.
Clark. He has some that look like Clarks and Timberlands in different styles, the high top, the low
Yeah.
top colors, and they're really special and really unique. So definitely check that out too. And
Okay.
I like that kind of stuff. People that are doing things that I know at hands on and stuff. So yeah, I try to support people from the islands, people who I know are small business, women who I know are making their income on their own terms and doing their own thing. That would be my best use of, like, if I have thousands of dollars to spend on an item or something, I would rather get some really unique handmade something than get Gucci or those kind of stuff. Not that those. I
Yeah.
mean, I would wear that. It's okay. It's not that special to me.
Yeah.
It's just the same. You know what I mean. I like to support actual like craftsmanship and that kind of stuff. So I like a lot of the stuff from the continent that's like very detailed with the beading and the embroidery and those kind of techniques. You know, I also rock with a company from California that's called Peace Fits. So I've done some collaboration stuff with them, and they're always blessing me with some really cool gear.